UNO. Welcome to I'm No Expert. I just call it how I see it. And we are hours away from a very huge boxing match, lightweight unification title fight between Vasily Lomenchenko and Teofimo Lopez. That's going to be aired tonight on ESPN, 7:30 Pacific time. Today's a big day in sports. You've got the Astros versus the Rays in Game 7. You've got the Dodgers versus the Braves in Game 6. You've got the Korean Zombie versus T-City Brian Ortega on the UFC, which is coming on early. Side note, I like how boxing and UFC, even if they're having events on the same day, they seem to make sure that the main events do not clash because they want fight fans to be able to enjoy both sports and not have to pick and choose, assuming it's a day like today where they're both going to be on either ESPN Plus or ESPN, and you don't have to double up on your pay-per-view budget. But the fight I want to talk about right now is a big fight in boxing. It's been the buildup has been going on for the past couple of years. Definitely in 2019, it was all their careers were headed this way, and they both did what they were supposed to do to get here. So that's a big fight tonight, airing on ESPN. And you've got Teofimo Lopez. He's a really young champion. You know, he's 15-0, I think, with 13 knockouts. And his last two fights in 2019, you know, he had a 12-round decision over Nakatami, formerly undefeated before he faced Lopez. And it was a good fight. Lopez wasn't able to just knock him out. He had to use his tremendous boxing skill and ability. He has athleticism. And, you know, he's really good at mixing it up to the body, to the head, using that left hand to set up that strong, powerful right hand. He feints the hook. He goes to the body. He brings it up. He counters with the right hand very nicely, which is how he knocked out Comey to win the title months later. You know, Comey was supposed to fight Lomenchenko, but he had to bow out of the fight due to injury. And therefore, Lomenchenko had to fight Anthony Crolla, which, you know, that was a mismatch, and Lomenchenko outperformed and outclassed and just devastated him with the right hook in the fourth round that knocked him out and had him landing face first on the canvas in a very severe knockout. So his next fight, Lomenchenko's fight, they both had two fights last year. Lomenchenko's fight against who did he fight? Lomachenko's fight against Luke Campbell was a very well fought 12-round decision. You know, Loma's kind of a slow starter. They say he's downloading when he's taking the first couple rounds. He's downloading. He's reading you. He's seeing your style, reading your strengths and weaknesses, and then in the middle to later rounds, that's when he steps it up. So you had Teofimo Lopez. He had a fight against Nakatami, which was a decision. Then he fought for the title against Comey, which was a devastating second round knockout. He used that beautiful counter right hand. He dipped, and as they were simultaneously throwing right hands, Comey and Lopez, and Teofimo's landed. Lopez's did not, and it was devastating, and it knocked Comey down. He was hurt. You could see it. Even when he got up, he was on rubber legs, spaghetti legs. They were not there. They were not under him, and it was just academic after that. Lopez followed up and blitzed and rushed and just threw a flurry of punches until the referee was forced to stop it. Very impressive. Set him up for this fight against Lomenchenko, who had the devastating knockout against Crolla. Thing of beauty with that right hook, short, compact, sweet, textbook. And then he had to fight against Luke Campbell in the O2 Arena, Luke Campbell being a Brit. So Loma was kind of like at a home field disadvantage, and he put on a masterful performance against a very skilled former Olympic gold medalist such as Lomenchenko. Luke Campbell did use some of his size, height, and to try to use some wrestling and a little bit of mauling tactics. Smart, try to wear Loma out, but Loma's got stamina. And tonight's fight is going to be a thing of beauty. You've got Lomenchenko, who's known as the greatest amateur of all times. What was his record? 396 wins and one loss, and that one loss he did avenge it twice. He won Olympic gold in Beijing in 2008, and he won Olympic gold in 2012. So you've got Lomenchenko with the long history, the pedigree of amateur. He turned pro late. Teofimo is a champion at the age of 22, and Lomenchenko was barely. I don't even know if he was a pro at 22. He's 32 now, so I don't even think he was a pro by the time Teofimo's a champion. They both have 15 fights. Teofimo's 15-0 with I believe 13 knockouts, and Lomenchenko's 14-1 with 10 knockouts. So Teofimo has more of a power-based attack, you know. And Lomenchenko, even when he gets his knockouts, it's usually more of an accumulative effect. He breaks you down. He's a southpaw. He gives you those angles, and southpaws usually give orthodox stance fighters trouble as it is, as you all know. But with Lomenchenko's footwork, because he was in traditional Ukrainian ballerina for about 4 or 5 years, it gave him a different type of footwork that most fighters don't usually have. Most boxers don't usually have. So both of these fighters, Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomenchenko, were sort of bred by their fathers to become these great boxing champions. And they have both succeeded. They have different paths, and one is 32, one is 22, somewhere around there. So one seems that he would be on the physical decline, even though 32 was a great prime age to be. Vasily Lomachenko, and then you've got one who's on the upswing, Teofimo Lopez. So we've got a really, really good lightweight boxing clash coming on tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And it's something that the fight world and the boxing world is definitely on notice for. And even if you're just a casual fan, you should want to see this fight. Now I'm going to try to do a review, a post-fight review of that, as well as the UFC card, at least the main event. But it's hard, it's a busy day, Saturday day off. We got a lot of stuff we got to do. I'm trying to see some of the Dodgers and take care of my errands. And so I might not be able to see all these fights live, but I will review them definitely and try to have a video for that coming up within the next day. But I'm going to pick a winner. I'm going to do a prediction, and I'm going to pick Vasily Lomenchenko. I'm going to predict decision, but if he does stop it, it's going to be a late round stoppage. I'm talking 10th round. For me, for Teofimo Lopez, as good as he is, as sharp, accurate, and powerful as he is, he's fighting a fighter which he hasn't faced before. Lomenchenko, he is a man. We've seen him get knocked down in a fight by Jorge Linares, and that was he wasn't so much hurt as much as when he was stepping in, he kind of squared up his feet and got caught with the right hand. And it was a legitimate knockdown, but he wasn't out of it. He wasn't dazed and confused, and he got up and subsequently finished Linares with the body shot. So he's able to overcome adversity. Teofimo Lopez, he looks like he is going to be able to give Lomenchenko a tough time, but I feel like he needs to jump on Lomenchenko early. When Lomenchenko is trying to download, trying to read, trying to feel out Lopez needs to not give him any room to breathe and jump on him and do what he does. Go with the combos, the level changes, the body to the head, feint back to the body, hopefully open up Loma with the left hook and that beautiful counter right hand that he has. We'll see how that works against a skilled southpaw such as Lomenchenko. But my prediction will be that Loma will win decision or late round stoppage, and it won't be an easy fight by any means. He will have to weather the storm, and assuming that is the outcome, I think that if the match is even enough, that they will face each other again. It will be a rematch. Now I feel like for Lopez to win, like I said, he's going to have to jump on him early. He says he's a shark. He's not afraid of being taken to deep waters, but I feel like he, being the shark, needs to take Loma, who's a slow starter, and he needs to drag him to the deep waters early and try to just overwhelm him and punish him and brutalize him with those strong body shots and those devastating right hands. For me, that's Teofimo Lopez's best chance at winning this fight tonight. So I'm no expert. I just call it how I see it, and I'm looking forward to watching this, and hopefully it lives up to all the hype. Boxing needs it. Sports fans would love to see it, and I'm glad that the UFC and boxing are scheduling their main events at different times, so we all win. We don't have to choose. We don't have to lose. We get to see them both. So until next time, I'm no expert. You and